Well, the sixth time's the charm, apparently. That I was about ready to give up too, man. I was about ready to pack up and just stay here and watch and give you all a report after it was over with. My problem is that I have everything is behind me, so I can't tell if I'm knocked off of the air, but I was ready to turn around and take a commercial break after reading my pink sheet full of information that you needed to know, and then I turned around and the little spinny thing was happening. So we have 2:48 left to play here in this first period, and Granite City is already up 3-0, which I have not changed on my scoreboard yet, so let me turn around and do that. And I notice I'm still on the air, so that's a good thing. And now, yes, I'm still on the air. All right. Doesn't do me any good to give you the starters now because we're well past that. 2:29 left to play here in period number one. Excuse me. My name is Todd Duke. And, boy, I tell you, I'm tired of this technical stuff, man. It is just baffling. It really is. And, you know, this is like my, sixth or seventh game here this year. And I really haven't had any problems. So I don't know what in the world happened, but I shut everything down, started over, and here we are. 2 minutes left to play here in this first period. 3-0 in favor of Granite City. Collinsville, the home team, so they're out there in the white jerseys with the black pants. And numbers on the fronts and the backs in purple. Granite City, they are the visiting team, so they're out there in the black. They're got a little red trim as the Warriors' colors. And there's another goal for Granite City, and that makes it 4-0 with 1:42 left to play here in this first period. Can tell you that Ezra Fryman is in goal for Collinsville, and his numbers on the year. This would be his 15th game, 571 minutes. 2-10-1 on the year is Ezra while he's in goal. He has faced 396 shots. He's given up 70 goals, and he's made 326 saves. Goals against average of 5.14 and a save percentage right around 82%, just a tad over. In goal for Granite City is Kamani Makasani. He has played 7 games so far in the year, maybe 8, I don't know. Their Granite City's 12-2 win last week over East Alton Wood River is the one game not in the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association's website as of yet. Neither is Collinsville's 5-5 tie with O'Fallon, but because of the post that the hockey team did, I knew who scored the goals, who was in goal, how many shots they faced, and how many saves they made, so I was able to update my own standings. But Granite City, the only thing they posted was that they won 12-2. They didn't give a list of everybody that scored goals. So with that in mind, Makasani, 285 minutes. He's 3-3-1 on the year, 195 shots against, 21 goals against, 174 saves for a goals against average of 3.09 and a save percentage right around 89%. The team leader in goals for Granite City is Parker Reed with 17, and the team leader in goals with his back-to-back hat tricks is Owen Stennett with 11. We have 90 seconds left to play here in this first period, and right now it's been all Granite City. And, well, yeah, that's me turning around to update the score. All right. I guess they're just now announcing that fourth goal. Collinsville is being outshot 17-6 at the moment. We have 1:07 left to play. As soon as I get everything figured out here and turn around and make sure, yes, that I am still on the air, then maybe I can get to some play-by-play. How about that? Looks like we're going to have a couple of players going off for Granite City. So Collinsville is going to have a power play here. As soon as I can figure out, there's 3 Granite City players sitting in the box. One for Collinsville, And the only thing they have up there are the 2 for Granite City. So it looks like Collinsville is going to have a 5-on-3 power play here, and Granite City will get a hold of it, and they'll send it all the way down the ice to relieve some of that early pressure here on this 5-on-3 power play. And Stinnett, he'll bring it up across the red line. Flies in over on the right side, leaves it back for the defense. Now to Kitstein. Kitstein's shot, he whiffed on it. So that allowed Granite City to send it on down the ice. Here is Hill, Melissa Hill. Chase's mother is the one operating the camera for us tonight, so we appreciate her sticking around through all the technical difficulties. 30 seconds left to play here in this opening period. 4-0 in favor of Granite City. Collinsville on a 5-on-3 power play. Of course, if they can't score anything here, they'll have a little bit less than a minute to continue it. There's a try over on the far side, but Nolan Duffy had a little swing and a miss over there for it as well. And it comes all the way down the ice once again. Collinsville will get it and bring it back up, but maybe not enough time to get a shot on goal here. 5 seconds to go here in this first period. Here is Owen Stinnett, and Stinnett will go back behind his net and not have enough time to do anything about that. So that is the end of the first period. We will take a break here. We'll do a little Chiropractic Works commercial since I don't know when I got knocked off in the pregame show, so we're just going to go ahead and play them. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Once again, we welcome you back here to the East Alton Ice Arena. Todd Duke is my name, and Melissa Hill on the camera for us tonight. We always appreciate the parents helping us out. Period number 2 underway. Collinsville outshot in that first period, 17-7, and they are losing 4-0. 45 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3 power play here for Collinsville. Granite City gets the puck, and they'll shoot it all the way down the ice. And now they'll run around with it. Here is Aiden Cooper. Cooper back behind his own net. He'll bank it off the board and send it down. Collinsville trying to go the other way since we've switched ends of the ice. And so far they've been unable to accomplish that here as the second period gets underway. But here they come. And Anthony Kitstein sends it up ice. Here is Nolan Duffy. Duffy will send it right back over to the far side for Owen Stinnett. Collinsville's got 10 seconds left to go on this 5-on-3. Here is Stinnett, and Stinnett will shoot, and it's a save by Makasani, and that'll stop the clock with 13:11 left to play here in this second period, and Collinsville only has 4 seconds left to go on this two-man advantage, at the moment. Face-off will come out to the right of Makasani. Next couple of games are at RP and the McKendree Recplex. I'm not sure in which order. But outside of the playoffs, this will be our last game here at the East Alton Ice Arena. And Collinsville going back to work. Power play is over, so Collinsville could not score on the 5-on-3 advantage. We're playing a lot of old television theme songs here tonight. We've heard Gilligan's Island and Cheers and Seinfeld. Now we got The Facts of Life. So I don't know if it's some kind of a throwback television of the 70s and 80s up there or what. I have no idea. 12:56 left to play here in the second period. There's Nolan W with a shot and a save. And then Stinnett finds the rebound and puts it in. And Collinsville gets on the board. And that makes it 4-1. And that just comes 1 minute and 8 seconds into this period, but not on the power play. So that makes it 4-1. Got to start somewhere, right? Right. So the Cahoks will go back to work. That was an even strength goal, so that's always a plus. Here is Shepard for Granite City. He races up the left side and leaves one back for Cooper, and a shot on goal, and Fryman makes the save. So Stennett scores his 12th goal of the year and tries to wrestle the puck away over here from Clausfield. And both players went down, so referees kept their whistles intact and didn't call a penalty on that one. Back over on the far side of the Kahok net, sent up. Granite City keeping it back in. Jace Ferry tried to stop it, but it rolls all the way around over here to the near side. Here is Duffy. Duffy will take it back behind his own net, send a bouncing puck up. And then Ben Kittstein wasn't able to continue to get it out. Granite City continues to fight for it, and Collinsville finally banks it off the boards. And it's going to go down and cross the ice, or cross the line, for an icing call. 11:52 left to play here in period number 2. Need to get my hockey goggles back on. Been a while since I've done a game. December 22nd. Hope everyone had all you hockey fans out there. I don't know if you pay attention to the basketball or bowling or anything like that, but if you don't and all you do is watch Kahok hockey, well, I hope you had a fantastic holiday season. Happy New Year. I know it's already the 12th, but I've not been able to wish my hockey folks out there any kind of greetings and salutations since New Year. Here is Collinsville, and a floater that ends up being gloved down by one of the Granite City players off of the stick of Landon Mosby. And now Granite City will go back to work, sent all the way around the boards from near side to far side. Over around the elbows. Collinsville banked it off of their skates, went out close to the blue line, but Granite City keeps it in. Here is the young Kittstein. That's Anthony. Anthony will send the puck on up, and it's tipped by Mosby. Mosby will try to go chase it down, and, man, the puck floating around right in the crease as Makasani kind of misplayed that puck. That was a spinning puck right in the crease, and there wasn't anyone there wearing the Kahok colors to bank it on home. Ends up going back behind the Granite City goal once again. Here is Kaminsky getting the puck now for Granite City. There's some hard names to pronounce over here on this Granite City team. I'll do the best I can. Granite City, they bring it back up, and one ends up going back behind Chase Hill. Hill will go try to chase it down in the corner, but he gets bumped off of the play, and now taken over there by Caden Kennedy for Granite City. Collinsville finds the loose puck. They try to send it out, but it ends up going off of a stick and all the way back down toward the Kahok goal. Granite City doing a nice job keeping it in down there. And then it goes back behind the Collinsville net once again. Here is Anthony Kittstein. Kittstein, by the way, leads the team with penalty minutes with 39 of them this year. He's a little firecracker when he's out there. And here comes Cooper. Cooper for Granite City flies up the ice. Got a little shove there by the older Kittstein. That would be Ben. And then kind of gets pushed down, does Cooper. No call on the play, though. Here is Costello. He'll find the puck over here on this near side, right in front of the referee. Sends it back over to Cooper at the red line. Cooper will skate it in over on the left wing. Tried to get around Kittstein, couldn't do it. And then he'll throw one up front, but that banks off of one of the Kahawk skates. And here is Collinsville's Shoemaker coming up with the puck. Sends a nice pass over to Ben Klein, but Klein wasn't able to corral it for a shot. And then it goes over to Stennett, but never did quite make it to Owen. And then Granite City will punch it back out. Here is Vaughn. Vaughn skirts along parallel with the blue line, puts a shot on goal that Fryman swallows up, and that'll stop the clock with 9:21 left to play here in this second period. 4-1 in favor of Granite City. Granite City started the night in 5th place, just a couple of points behind O'Fallon, which Collinsville skated to a 5-5 tie with in their last contest. So they had a win and a tie to start off the new year, trying to keep that momentum going. Granite City, though, trying to play the role of spoilers, and so far they're up by 3 are the Warriors. Here comes Collinsville. They break out. Klein gets it over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker off of a skate and then right back to him, and then it goes over into the corner where it's slipped around by Cooper. Cooper all the way off the boards and to one of his teammates, Shepard. And then up the ice will go once again, and here is Wilson. Wilson Takes it back around the Kahok net. Comes all the way over here to the left side face-off circle. Sends one to Cooper at the blue line, but that jumped over a stick, so everybody's got to vacate. Cooper will bring it back in. Nope, he will not. He got stood up there by Jace Ferry. And then Granite City will shoot it in. Ferry will go track it down back behind his own net. 8:25 left to play here in period number 2. 4-1 in favor of Granite City, and an icing call coming up against the Kahawks. That'll stop the clock with 8:23 left to play here in this period. Looking across the way, Collinsville only has 2 coaches here today. But they do have 6 guys on the bench that's not wearing goalie equipment. Of course, they do have Miles Hayden over there. Not as short-handed as some of the games that we did at the end of December. Here is Nolan Duffy, fires one toward the goal. That's shoved aside by Makasani. And now at the blue line, picked up there by Granite City. Granite City races ahead. Banks in off of some shins and then goes over to the near side corner. Tracked down over there by Bremer. Bremer, he lost control of the puck. Picked up by Nolan Duffy. Duffy trying to dig himself out of the corner. Having a hard time doing so. He's got a couple of players to deal with wearing the opposing team's colors, but he finally does get it out. And here comes Ben Kitstein. Kitstein with a shot that goes off of a stick and high up into the netting. And that'll stop the clock with 7:43 left to play here in period number 2. I have my day planner right here in front of me. I can tell you exactly what I have coming up. On the 20th, which is 1 week from tomorrow, that's when we'll be at the McKendree Recplex, a 9 p.m. start against Columbia. And then on the 26th, our last game will be against Edwardsville. That's an 8:30 start at the RP Lumber Center. And then the team will have 2 more games left after that I will not be doing. They'll be playing Highland on the 27th, and then this Granite City team to close out the regular season. And right now, Collinsville in second to last place. East Alton Wood River, their only win so far is against Collinsville. So 13 teams in the varsity section of the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association. That one hit the beam up top of the roof here. And if memory serves me correctly, the 2 teams that finish at the bottom of the pack will have to play a 1-game play-in playoff game, and whoever wins that will then move on to round 1. The top 2 teams will get round 1 off, and right now that would be Belleville and Edwardsville. So if that was to happen and Collinsville and East Alton Wood River were to play in a 1-game play-in game and Collinsville would win that, then they would, right now with the standings, would play O'Fallon in the first round. But that all remains to be seen. 7:09 left to play here in period number 2. 4-1 in favor of Granite City. Collinsville being outshot 19-12, but they have since picked it up. It was 17-7, so Granite City has only had 2 shots on goal, while Collinsville has had 5. Here is Cooper with a shot on goal. That one's shoved aside off of the pad by Fryman. Goes over here to the near side corner, and then raced around by Vaughn. Vaughn tried to put a shot on goal, but that only made it as far as Owen Stennett. Stennett will break out. Collinsville will have a little 2-on-2 action going on here. Stennett, though, will throw it into the corner and then go try to chase it down. He sticks it all the way over into the far side corner, and then it comes right back to him over here in the near side. Does a little backhand shot, trying to find some help back there behind the net, but no one was there for Collinsville. Shoemaker was the closest, but he never could get a stick on the puck. Granite City comes down, shoots it back down into the Collinsville end. That takes a weird hop off of the crease where the door is open for the Zamboni and went straight to the back of the net. And then a whistle will stop the action once again here. And it looks like we're going to have a neutral zone face-off with 6:11 left to play here in period number 2. Collinsville is going to go back on the power play. Not a 5-on-3, just your traditional 5-on-4. So we'll see if they can get anything going on here on this power play. They've been playing better this second period. Rocky start. Granite City scored a couple of goals in the first couple of minutes of this contest. That's when I was trying to get us on the air, so I do not have exact times. Comes out of the zone. Ferry from his knees. Brings it back in and waits for some help. Throws one toward the net. That's gloved down by Makasani. Too many men on the ice penalty against Granite City is what was called. So they'll be shorthanded for another minute and 47 seconds. The faceoff will come out to the right of Makasani. Comes out to the high slot area, and a shot there by Simmons, and that just went a little bit high. Simmons will get it again at the blue line. He'll try to send one over across the way, but that kind of missed its destination, so it goes to Ferry instead. Ferry has to get rid of a very pesky defender over there for Granite City, and that ends up going in his favor. And now Ferry wasn't very happy with it, so he retaliates, and now Ferry will be going to the penalty box, so that'll erase the minute 19 left for the power play for Collinsville. So we'll have a little 4-on-4 action going on here, and then Granite City will have about 41 seconds of power play time. Well, they're going to kick him out, aren't they? Yes, they are. Jace Ferry is going to get a game misconduct, which means he will not be able to play in the next game, which will be Thursday versus Bethalto at Granite City at 8:30. They're only calling it a 2-minute minor, though, but he does get the game misconduct and slams the door on his way out. So he's not very happy. I'm sure the coaches aren't very happy either. It's hockey, man. It gets a little rough and physical every once in a while, and you can't retaliate, and that's exactly what Ferry did. Faceoff will come out to the left of Fryman, and won by Granite City, but Collinsville finds the puck as it was kind of fluttering around in the faceoff circle there, and goes all the way down the ice. So 4-on-4 hockey for another minute and 5 seconds. Here is Connolly. Connolly will shove it into the corner. It'll go all the way back around the Kahok net. Hill will get it. He'll send it up to the blue line. And it wasn't stopped there by Granite City. Yep, 2-minute penalty and a 10-minute game misconduct for Jace Ferry. So Jace Ferry's night is done. Now Collinsville's bench has gotten a little smaller. Here is Cooper. Cooper comes in. Face-off circle, and from the slot he scores. Well, it's 4-on-4. Lots of fours up here, man. 4-on-4 hockey, 4:44 of the second. 5-1 now in favor of Granite City. And the theme songs from 70s, 80s TV continue. Mary Tyler Moore Show. Yeah, they're all over this theme song stuff, aren't they? Aiden Cooper picks up his 6th goal of the year. Unless, of course, he scored another goal in that first period when I wasn't watching. I was trying to get us back on the air. 4:20 to go here in period number 2. And in 5 seconds, Granite City's going to have themselves a 41-second power play, which is right now. Vaughn sends it all the way back to his defense. Here is Cooper. Cooper comes across the blue line, loses the puck for a second, gathers it and across the red line, throws one up into the high slot, and no one there to do anything with it. But Wilson got a stick on it for a moment, but that moment disappeared. Now Collinsville trying to wrestle it back away and try to get it down the ice and relieve some of this pressure. There's only 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage, so Collinsville would like to get that puck down the ice and waste up some of that time. But right now it's kind of stuck up against the inboards here over by where the Zamboni comes out. One shoved back behind the net, comes all the way out, and then back out to Connolly at the blue line. Connolly sends it over to the far side, back over here to the near side for Shepard, but it banks off the boards and misses his stick. Goes right to Ben Wilson. Now Connolly back at the blue line. Power play is over, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. One goes right through the crease, and Stennett will find it here for Collinsville. Kahawks, Owen Stennett, team leader in goals, brings it up. He'll zigzag through a bunch of help, and then right into the glove of Makasani. That'll stop the clock with 3:09 left to play here in the second period. 5-1 in favor of Granite City. Out shooting Collinsville right now, 21-14. Night Rider. I don't know. There's no lyrics to that. Am I dating myself by knowing every single one of these old TV shows that they're playing? Probably. Here's a chance on a breakaway, and Granite City will score again. That one was Caden Kennedy's 6th of the year. And that comes with 2:59 left to play. Well, Twilight Zone music, that's very appropriate for right now. Elks probably feel like they're in a Twilight Zone. Whoop, I put the wrong one on that one, didn't I? All right, I see it. Everybody's probably yelling at their screens going, you put the goal on the wrong side. 6-1 in favor of Granite City. 2:45 left to play here in this second period. It's been a rough start, man, and apparently not just for me. Granite City sends it up to the center ice area and taken over there by Collinsville. Banked off the boards. Shoemaker couldn't handle it. Costello found it, and he'll send it right back up into the neutral zone. Klein gets there first and backhands one back into the Granite City zone. And then over on the far side, that was kind of banked off of 2 sticks, and it comes right to Bremer. Throws one up in the high slot area, but Collinsville was there to pick it off. That was Samuel Klein. Over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker will send it all the way around the boards. Collinsville will do a little dump and chase, doing a line change here. Simmons the only one not going to the bench for a change. And then it goes over to Stennett. Owen back behind the Granite City net. Circles around over here to the near side. Sends one back to Simmons at the blue line. Comes right back to Stennett. He gets triple teamed. One of those guys knocked the puck off of his stick, off of the boards, and nice job by Simmons to keep it in using his skate, but then it's rejected over there by Bremer, and Bremer's going to come in and put a shot on goal. It ends up going wide glove side of Fryman, and now a little scrum back behind the net, but Collinsville gets it up ice, then pop back the other way. Into the corner it goes. Trying to chase it down over there is Simmons once again. He'll do so. Send it around the boards to Klein. Klein comes away from the boards and cuts through the neutral zone faceoff circle. Excuse me. Leaves it for Stennett. Stennett, high slot shot, and a goal by Owen Stennett. And snapping the glove there was Makasani, but Stennett made it go in anyway. And Owen Stennett is on a hat trick watch. If so, it'll be his 3rd game in a row with the hat trick. That makes it 6-2. Still in favor of Granite City, though. Now I can put that goal back on there. And the face-off at the neutral zone face-off circle. 1:10 left to play here in period number 2. Here is Nolan Duffy. Duffy will send it back to Hill. Hill will send it on up the ice and onto the stick of Owen Stennett once again. Stennett trying to zigzag his way through some traffic. Puts a shot on goal. And a save there by Makasani. And Stennett being double-teamed now just about every time he touches the puck. He's over there trying to wrestle it away. He can't. Hill steps into it, saves it, keeps it into the zone. But Granite City, they have control of the puck with 40 seconds left to play here in this second period. Here is Avden Cooper, who is circling around with it. He'll send it back up into neutral ice. And another nice poke check there by Nolan Duffy. Will send it right back into the Granite City zone. Owen Stennett then gets tripped up by the referee, who couldn't get out of the way in time. And Stennett will then backhand it to Duffy. Duffy with a shot and a goal. And Collinsville has just cut this lead in half. All right. Yeah. 6-3 in favor of Granite City. Now we got the Simpsons playing. I know that everybody knows that, right? 6-3, final seconds left to go here in period number 3. Here comes Collinsville once again. Duffy with a shot, and that one will go up into the net and stop the clock with 6.8 left to go. Duffy scores his 5th goal of the year, and Owen Stennett came in with 11, now up to 13. Faceoff will come over here to the near side faceoff circle. And Duffy wins it, gets it to Stennett. Then Stennett gets tripped. No call, though. And that puck will go into the corner, and that will do it for period number 2. So Collinsville comes back, showing a little fight. And they will go to the third period. They've scored 3. They need 3. We'll take a break and come back and tell you about the third period in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Once again, we welcome you back here to the East Alton Ice Arena. Third period about ready to get underway. Collinsville, 3 goals in that period. Owen Stennett scored twice. Nolan Duffy scored once. Granite City, though, after a 4-0 lead after one period, also scored 2 goals in that period. So 6-3. Collinsville being outshot 22-18. So Collinsville had 11 shots on goal that period, while Granite City just had 5. So we switch into the ice again. Fryman in goal to your right. That's where Kennedy from Granite City is trying to go to. He'll dump it off at the blue line. And then up in the high slot, a little backhand shot. Trying to stuff it in over there on the far side post was Alex Vaughn. And it comes back out to the blue line again. Shot from there. That one ends up going back behind the net. I think the net just kind of came loose as well. We're going to let him go ahead and play. Now the puck will go all the way down, and trying to fight it off is Owen Stennett. He's trying to get there, and he'll take down his player. And now we're going to have a penalty called against Stennett. So Granite City will go on their third power play. And they have not had a power play goal tonight, but they did score a 4-on-4 goal. .17 left to play here in period number 3. We're just underway. Faceoff will come out to the right of Fryman. And Collinsville's goal scorer is in the box. 2 minutes for holding is the call. Collinsville trying to sweep it on out of there, but Granite City will do them a favor and take it out themselves. Here is Connolly. Connolly roams around in his own end. Poked away by Nolan Duffy once again, but too many guys wearing the black and red back there. Here is Vaughn. Vaughn will come up and then settle over into the corner. Gets it back to Cooper. Cooper at the blue line. He'll take a shot. That's it through traffic and hits one of his own players. Shepard took the brunt of that puck. He was down for a minute. Here's Vaughn once again. Shepard's like, I'm getting out of the way. I saw Shepard. He's like, uh-oh, here comes Vaughn again. I'm moving. Probably one of the smallest guys out there, too. And he's like, man, I ain't taking that again. That hurt the first time. Collinsville gets it. They'll send it all the way down the ice to relieve some of that pressure. 1 minute left to go in the Granite City power play. 6-3 in favor of Granite City as they bring it up ice once again. And Kitstein lost his stick, found it right away. Pops up. Fryman doesn't see it. Then he'll jump on top of it, but not in time to stop the play. Collinsville and Anthony Kitstein got a hold of the puck and sends it all the way down the ice. That was very fortunate because Fryman had no idea where that puck was. Oh, is it? Miles is in there? Never mind. Miles Hayden is in there. I'll give you some numbers on him when I get a second. Of course, you know, when they're making these changes, I'm the one. I'm turned around with my back to the ice trying to play commercials and update scoreboards and stuff like that. That one's in the back of the net. And that is Alex Vaughn. And that was a power play goal. And that makes it 7-3 in favor of Granite City. boy. Old Al Bundy. 7-3 in favor of Granite City. We're in the third period. Granite City has a 4-on-4 goal and now a power play goal. Collinsville had a 2-minute 5-on-3 advantage and could not score. Alex Vaughn came in with 12 goals. He now has lucky number 13, just like Owen Stennett. Stennett is now out of the penalty box, though, because of that goal. And Stennett going back to work. Here's a shot on goal and a save by Makasani. And then the loose puck comes all the way out, and Anthony Kitstein will track it down. Kitstein take a ride back behind his own net. Comes out the other side. Sends it up to Stennett. Stennett. And it bounce off of his stick and go deeper into the zone, but he circles with it and then loses an ankle or loses a blade and blows a tire, they say. He thought, whoa, they're going to call tripping on that? I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to argue.
I don't either. I'm not going to argue.
Yeah. Melissa Hill agrees with me. And I can hear people over here for Granite City saying he lost an edge. That's exactly what he did. He just lost an edge. The closest person to him was his own player. But they're going to go ahead and send Charlie Bremer into the penalty box. So Collinsville is going to get their third power play. Three's company. Granite City wins the faceoff, though, and they will hoist the puck through the neutral zone. It'll come all the way out, and it'll roll on its edge. Kitstein will pick it up and send it on over and get it right back. He'll just let Owen Stennett take care of it. Owen, he'll try to circle his way around Wilson. Owen with a burst of speed comes in over on the right side, comes out in front and leaves one for Shoemaker, but Shoemaker whiffed on the old give-and-go one-timer there. Over back in the far side corner. Stennett trying to work it out once again. Comes onto the skates of Shoemaker. Now back over to Stennett. From the slot, takes a shot. That goes wide over on the glove side. Nolan Duffy, he found the rebound. Sends it up to the blue line for Stennett. Owen, head up, looking around. Finds Duffy. Nolan Duffy takes a shot, and that one clanked off of some iron over there. Went from one side to the other side, but the rebound will come all the way out. And now Granite City's Ben Wilson will take it. Wilson, he'll circle around over here on this near face-off circle, and he'll just waste some time as there's about 50 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for Collinsville. And now Granite City just trying to chew up as much time as they can here. Here is Stennett once again. Stennett, he'll send the puck on over to Simmons. Back over to Stennett. Got to move into the zone to score. A shot from the center ice red line, and that one right into the glove of Makasani. Over here on the near side boards, here is Nolan Duffy. Banks it off the boards back to Stennett. Stennett will take I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but it was pretty wicked. And then a whiff there by Granite City, and then a shot from the blue line by Simmons, and that is gloved down by Makasani. Miles Hayden, 4 games so far on the varsity side, 142 minutes. He is 0-3-1 on the year. 115 shots against, 22 goals, 93 saves, 6.51 goals against average, and a save percentage right at 81%. Granite City will get the puck and send it back down. That'll pretty much do it for the power play time they had left, or had Collinsville had left. 8.5 minutes to go here in period number 3, and here is Ben Klein. Klein races through the center faceoff circle, comes in on his own to the near side circle, a shot and a goal. Ben Klein picks up his second goal of the year right at the end of another power play. So Collinsville has gotten 2 goals right after power plays have expired. So, Collinsville a little bit closer here. Once again, it's a 3-goal game. Faceoff is won by the Kahawks, and it goes over to Simmons. Simmons will bank it off the boards. Stennett trying to chase it down, but couldn't get there. Kitstein does. That would be Ben Kitstein. Over into the far side corner it goes. Granite City finds it. They send it up to Vaughn. Vaughn, he'll skate it through the neutral zone in front of the Kahawks bench. Over on against the far side boards. Puts a shot on goal from an off angle. Didn't make it. And Collinsville, they find the rebound and poke it back into the neutral zone. Shepard, he'll send it back over to Connolly, but it'll go by Connolly and all the way back to Makasani. Now Connolly comes out of the corner with it. Almost takes off the referee's head with it as well. Collinsville, they'll find it in the neutral zone and send it right back down. Kahawks not done fighting yet. Still 7.5 minutes to go here in this third period. There is no next game after this one, but they will take time off if they feel like it's necessary. It's supposed to be a 9 o'clock start, but it got started a little late. They have the ice for an hour and a half, so by my estimation, they've got time to finish this whole thing up. Off of the corner boards and right in front of the Granite City bench. Collinsville does a nice job of keeping it in, but didn't last for long. Here comes Vaughn. Nice little poke check there by Chase Hill. He'll come up 3-on-3. He'll just take a shot. And a save there by Makasani off the blocker. Over into the corner it goes. Vaughn with it once again. Vaughn trying to squeeze it past the boards and the skates of Landon Mosby, which he did. Now Owen Stennett gets it back. Stennett, little dipsy doodle move there and almost brought it back to his forehand for a shot. Granite City, though, they'll find it once again. And they'll send it back through the neutral zone. Here is Anthony Kitstein. Kitstein puts on the brakes, sends it back into the neutral zone. Granite City is there to intercept. Off of the boards in front of the Kahawk bench. Here is Vaughn once again. Vaughn turns around, sends it back to the blue line. Now over here for Costello. Costello takes a shot and swallowed up by Miles Hayden. And that'll stop the clock with 6:19 left to play here in this third period. Mosby will go out. Shoemaker will come back in. And the face-off won by Stennett. Kitstein will get it, and he'll send it off back into the neutral zone. Collinsville, they find a errant puck and bring it in. Stennett had to wait for Duffy to get back on side. Now Owen trying to go to Duffy at the high slot, and a shot that goes right past the glove of Makasani. Back out to the blue line. Kitstein with a shot, trying to get it through some traffic. Another stuff job over there by Nolan Duffy. And Makasani with the save. Now here comes Wilson as Granite City breaks it back out. Over onto the far side, dumped it off right at the top of the circle, back into the circle, high slot, and a shot. And I don't even know how he missed. The net was wide open. And then over here in the near side corner it goes, over to Duffy. Duffy, he'll get the puck and race it up the ice, trying to get it around Cooper. Couldn't do that, though. Cooper did a nice job with his stick and his skates to keep that one from going any farther. And then Stennett comes in and tries to control things with his body. Worked for a minute, but didn't last long enough. And now Cooper with it for Granite City. 5:20 to play here in period number 3. 7-4 in favor of Granite City. Racing around back behind the net. They'll just kind of go back and forth. There is Costello back at the blue line. He'll let go a shot. That's through some traffic and gets tipped wide over the near side, or far side post, Then the puck comes out for Nolan Duffy. He couldn't handle it, and that is brought in. That should be offside. Where's the offside call? Doesn't matter anyway. Collinsville will shoot it all the way down the ice, and it'll be an icing. Guy circled right over there by the dot and brought it back in when there was 2 Granite City players down there. That's supposed to be called offside. I mean, I don't know all the rules, but I know that one. 4:49 left to play here in this third period. Face off on the far side dot. Over into the corner it goes. Collinsville trying to track it down. Simmons, he kind of got a little bit of a stick there, but I think that was more along the lines of the Granite City player not letting go. Simmons finds it, sends it on up, and here is Stennett. Stennett with 2 goals tonight. He's on the hat trick watch. Comes up across the blue line. Face-off circle, takes a shot, swallowed up by Makasani, and that'll stop the clock with 4:24 left to play here in this third period. Shots are even, 26 each. Goals are not. Granite City has 7. Collinsville has 4. Kitstein in the face-off circle. Now, well, the referee is talking to him. He and Alex Vaughn ready for this face-off. Won by Collinsville, and the puck slides all the way to Makasani, and he just covers it up, so we'll do it all over again. Well, they did trim some time off. We're down to 1:56 left to play here in period number 3. had over 4 minutes. Collinsville's got too many men on the ice, or do they? Well, they did because 2 guys were coming on, 2 guys were going off. Over to Stennett. Stennett tries to take a shot. That just hit Shepard in the ankles. Boy, Shepard's been taking some beating here tonight, man. That kid's going to be black and blue tomorrow by the time he wakes up to go to school. Here is Owen Stennett. Stennett throws one through the high slot. Nothing doing there. Klein will go chase it down. That is Samuel Klein. And then he'll try to backhand one into the slot, but it never did make it to anybody wearing the purple and the white. Collinsville finds it again. Owen Stennett, what do you know? Stennett tried to circle in, but that got poked away. Now here is Shepard. Shepard will send it back to the neutral zone faceoff circle. Duffy got a hold of it. Started to come in with a chance for a breakaway, but then that went away. Here is Kitstein. He throws one up to the net. Duffy was coming in over on that far side post, but it never did make it to him. Now a puck that kind of goes off for the body there of Anthony Kitstein. Collinsville finds it and having a hard time trying to find the handle on it. That would be Ben Kitstein. Twice he tried to shoot that puck up the ice and whiffed on it both times. Hayden will shove it over into the corner. We're under a minute to go here in this third period. And Granite City back into the neutral zone. Now, all Granite City wants to do is waste time. Collinsville now actually out shooting Granite City 27-26. Comes up for Vaughn. Vaughn lost control of the puck. Found again by Granite City. They put one toward the goal. I don't know if that made it or not. Collinsville, they'll come away with it. And off of the skates of one of the Granite City players, down along the boards it goes. Stennett over in the corner, circles around. And then up against the boards, it'll stay. Granite City will find it. We're down to 10 seconds left. Through the neutral zone it goes. Here is Kennedy. Kennedy will skate it along the blue line. Shepard, he'll send it right back, and that one goes wide of the goal. And that is going to do it, kids. Collinsville loses this one here tonight by a final score of 7-4. And once again, we will thank Miss Melissa Hill over here for hanging out with us and running the camera. I know it was kind of treacherous there for a while, wasn't it? All right. That is going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and get out of here because everybody else is leaving. I don't want to be the last one standing here once again. 7-4 in favor of Granite City. We're back on the air with you tomorrow. Got a big basketball game tomorrow at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as Collinsville takes on East St. Louis. We'll be on the air after the JV game ends and usually somewhere around 7:15, 7:20, scheduled for a 7:30 tip-off. Up next for your Kahok hockey team, that would be Thursday against Bethalto at Granite City. That is scheduled for an 8:30 start. And as I mentioned earlier, our next hockey game will be coming up for you on the 20th, 1 week from tomorrow, at the McKendree Recplex versus Columbia. That game also scheduled for a 9 o'clock start. My name is Todd Duke. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you very much for bearing with us while we went through some technical problems. And we will talk to you later. Have a good rest of your Monday.